There are great advantages to owning a home, yet many people continue to rent. Now, do not get me wrong, there's a time to rent. However, in my opinion, that time is not now. Renting right now may be a very short-sighted option. The financial benefits are just some of the reasons why homeownership has been part of the long-lasting American dream. My name is Kevin Martini, and this is episode 90 of the Martini Mortgage Podcast, and it's called The True Cost of Not Owning a Home.
This is the Martini Mortgage Podcast with Kevin Martini.
Thank you for tuning in. My name is Kevin Martini, and I'm a mortgage strategist, not just a loan officer. And weekly, I curate the Martini Mortgage Podcast to help families understand the process of buying a home and getting a home loan for their new home. Right now, I believe from the bottom of my belly, it is a ground floor opportunity. If you've been renting, your timing could not be better. If you already purchased a home, however, that home has not met your needs or is not going to meet your needs in the near future, right now is an amazing time to upgrade. Let me start off by talking about the Zillow Rent Index. This index has been tracking the median rent in particular geographic regions of the U.S. since 2012. In 2012, the median rent value in the U.S. was $1,300. Today, at the time of this recording, it is right at $1,600. This means that one's housing expense, if they rent, has gone up north of 20% in less than 5 years. Let me share a little perspective. According to the Zillow Home Value Index, a median priced home was at $160,000 in the U.S. in 2012. In December 2019, the median priced home was $250,000. So home values went up 56% from January 2012 to December 2019. For me, I prefer to have a 56% increase in equity versus paying 23% higher in rent. Listen, let me get this off my chest. Not everyone should buy a home. This is a very bold statement, but it's a true one. Here's what I think is tragic. Many people make the decision not to buy because they believe what they heard at a barbecue last summer or based on a myth that they heard. I personally have been in the financial services since the late 80s, and I have been exclusively in the mortgage arena since 2006 here in North Carolina and Virginia, and I truly believe that it is tragic if one does not explore all their options before making a decision to rent or before making a decision to buy a home. The first step is not to go to a website that only cares about peddling you a loan. The first step is to reach out to a local and experienced mortgage strategist to go over your personal situation and to seek out the facts, not fiction. That is what I do here at the Martini Mortgage Group with Benchmark Mortgage. That is what my business partner and son, Logan Martini, does too. Now, on with the show. There are financial and non-financial benefits to owning a home. There was a survey I read that shared 3 non-financial benefits of home ownership. It said that 93% of those surveys said that owning a home made them happier. Who doesn't want to be happier? 88% agreed that buying a home was the best decision they have ever made. And 79% that were surveyed believe that owning a home has changed them for the better. Yes, this is powerful testimony to the non-financial benefits of owning home. But what about the financial benefits? So let me share the 5 Kevin Martini reasons why owning a home is financially better than renting. Number 1, home ownership is a form of forced savings. In other words, every time you make your payment for your home, a portion of that payment is reducing the principal. That principal can grow and also be tapped into the future if you need it. When you rent, you don't have any forced savings. Number 2, homeownership may provide tax savings. Now listen, I am a great mortgage strategist. I'm not a tax professional. However, there are situations when you itemize not only the interest you pay, but your state and local taxes may become tax deductible. Number 3, homeownership allows you to lock in your monthly housing cost with a 30-year fixed mortgage. In other words, the principal and interest will not change when you have a 30-year fixed mortgage. Now, let me go here. You might be concerned about the obligation that a mortgage actually represents. Remember this, you have an obligation with rent too. So unless you're living on the couch at your buddy's house or living still with your parents, you're paying a mortgage. It's either your mortgage or your landlord's. Number 4, I have found that buying a home is less expensive than renting. And obviously, number 5, which is one of my favorites, why owning a home is financially better than renting is because there is no other investment that you can buy that will allow you to live in that investment. I think that is why in a Gallup poll, a disproportionate amount of Americans selected real estate as the best long-term investment over stocks, savings accounts, and even gold. Studies by the Federal Reserve have shown that a homeowner's net worth is 44x greater, so 44 times greater than that of a renter. Friends, you need to have a roof over your head. Why not own that roof? I know what you are saying. Kevin Martini, I get it, but where do I start? As a primer, one needs to know this. It should always be loan first, then go find your home. Deploying the Kevin Martini loan first, home second strategy has many benefits and can prevent heartbreak too. I promise you, there is nothing worse than falling in love with something that you cannot afford, or worse, you really cannot afford. With that said, having a confidential conversation with a local experienced mortgage strategist will give you the power of information and will also provide you with price and cost clarity before you start your search. I truly believe it maximizes your time and eliminates the frustration. I believe there is never a substitute for education, and that is why every season I co-author with my business partner, Logan Martini, a home buyer guide that simply and effectively communicates the current market opportunity. The guide is called Things to Consider When Buying a Home, and it can be downloaded for free by going to www.martinibuyerguide.com. Check it out and let me know if there are any questions about what you read in this powerful home buyer guide. Again, it's available by going to www.martinibuyerguide.com. In closing, with an open heart, owning a home has many financial and non-financial benefits that cannot be achieved by renting. Again, I do not know if buying a home is right for you. However, I do know there is no obligation to have a confidential conversation with a local experienced mortgage strategist. If you want or need help, I am here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 90 of the Martini Mortgage Podcast. And thank you for sharing this episode with someone you care about that might find it useful.
The Martini Mortgage Group makes real estate dreams a reality with trusted advice in a stress-free environment with great rates and on-time closings while providing a world-class experience. If you or someone you know has questions about the current mortgage rates or the current mortgage programs, please reach out to the Martini Mortgage Group at 919-238-4934. The information contained in this podcast presentation is for general product information purposes only. Arklatex Financial Services, LLC, NMLS number 2143, doing business as Benchmark Mortgage, makes no representations or warranties of any kind expressed or implied about the completeness, reliability, suitability, or availability with respect to the information, products, or services. All loans subject to borrower qualifying. Other restrictions may apply. Branch Manager Kevin Martini, NMLS number 143962. Branch located at 5650 Six Forks Road, Suite 101, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27609. Contact the branch by calling 919-238-4934. Equal housing opportunity.